What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I am Dirt Sheet Kaden, and we are doing a AEW Dynamite. It's Double or Nothing Go Home Show, a live watch along. It is May 28th, 2021. I will be joined by Badguy Jack and Steeman Willie Beeman in a few moments. However, I will be starting the stream out by myself. Apologies for the hiccups here and there. Did not felt a little sore throat today, so we are going to be going through that a little bit. So hopefully it does not last too long. Been kind of on and off all day today. So apologies for that. They're going to be interrupting a little bit. Hopefully they go away soon. Though, on TNT, we got Geostorm going into AEW Dynamite. Let's run through this card tonight as we have a few matches. We got Miro and Dante Martin. Dante Martin, one half of Top Flight with his brother, still injured, unfortunately. Got someone in the comments saying, good evening. Welcome. I've never seen you in the comments before, so thank you for joining tonight. And guys, it's a YouTube exclusive, as you guys can tell. We're trying to push people over to YouTube, so if you came over from Facebook, thank you. Yeah, so this card, Miro in a TNT Championship match against Dante Martin, Joey Janela versus Hangman and Page, as Hangman's going to face Brian Cage on Sunday. Evil Uno and Stu Grayson versus Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page. Orange Cassidy, he's going to be responding to Kenny Omega's championship offer for that match. It's gonna be based off of who, or if he's truly injured, if he's gonna be clear for Sunday. We're gonna have Shida's 1-year anniversary as the AEW Women's World Champion, a celebration of the Inner Circle, Darby versus Cezar Bononi, a weigh-in, and Jade Cargill issuing an open challenge. Sorry for the hiccups, guys. It got really bad right before I started. Of course, it was going pretty good the last hour or two, and then of course I start and they start hitting me all at once, and I got no co-host to kind of cover me up when I have a few hiccups. Hopefully they join me in a minute. We're just finishing up this movie leading into AEW. Now, this AEW, I believe, was already recorded. I believe it's being taped currently. I have not seen any spoilers. I've been staying off Twitter the last 2 hours to make sure nothing gets spoiled for me. Hopefully you guys have as well. I believe they started at 8 o'clock and they just pre-taped it, and they'll go right at 10 o'clock Eastern for Eastern time. So we will see how that goes. But yeah, guys, this is the AEW Dynamite live watch along. It's the go home show to Double or Nothing. Make sure you guys pay attention this weekend. We're going to have the Double or Nothing shows. I would guess I believe we're doing a watch along, and we're going to also be doing a review show after that. So make sure that you guys pay attention on Sunday for those things. I will be at Double or Nothing, so I will not be on either of those shows. I'm very excited to be there, excited for that little group. To be in the 5,000 plus seat arena with full capacity, so it should be pretty fun. My hosts should be coming in soon, hopefully. I need some backup with these hiccups. Sorry for that. Oh, man. Sorry for that, guys. We have AEW. It's about to be starting. Geostorm just finished up. We're getting the little promo into the episode. Ooh, that right hook from a Go-Go is nasty. Man, a Go-Go better beat Cody. That's going to be really disappointing if he doesn't. It's going to suck. Let's see. Are they coming in? Well, AEW starting. We got the intro going on. Sorry, guys. My TV is much higher than where my laptop camera is. So you're going to be seeing me looking up a lot and be seeing my chin. So I apologize for that. It's just the leveling of my TV. Kind of sucks, but got to deal with it tonight. Make sure you guys go ahead and comment. Tell me your thoughts about the show throughout. We're here to interact with you guys in these live watch-alongs. That's the point. AEW, I think there's 100% near 100% capacity for Dynamite tonight. They're having a new entrance ramp. They're back to that old Daily's Place entrance ramp, which when I bought my Double or Nothing tickets the other day, I noticed that on this seating schedule. So it is a single tunnel. If you went back and watched Fight for the Fallen or that AEW Dynamite on January 1st, 2020, you'll know that they did that setup. So they're doing that setup tonight as well. And they're going just one ramp. Looks a lot better than the one that they had when I was at Daily's Place for that Double or Nothing. Darby and Sting out first for Darby versus Cezar Bononi. Got a near full crowd looking great. I hate that I can't listen right now because I want to hear how loud that crowd sounds. Yeah, we got Darby coming up. He's out there with Sting. He just entered. cannot wait to see Sting in action. I was at Revolution as well, but that match against Brian Cage and Ricky Starks was a cinematic match. So I'm happy to be able to finally see Sting's return to the ring after that Seth Rollins buckle bomb. So I'm hoping that we see a buckle bomb in that match. I think it's only fitting that the heel team uses a buckle bomb. Most fans understand that, so I think it'd be good. I want to mention that the UPR family sends out their prayers and thoughts and prayers to the family of Cezar Bononi. We got my co-host tonight, Friday Night Jack.
Yo! I was gonna make it. I told you I was gonna be here. It's been a while since I've done Friday night and AEW. I'm mad. I caught this late, but I wanted to say Darby Allin probably. No one's talking to you, Alexa. Darby Allin probably has the best music in AEW, so it's cool to see him start off. Really Darby's do, right? You agree to that, right?
Darby's music is on my playlist. It is so good.
I agree. It's on my playlist too. It's really good.
Yeah, I was saying thoughts and prayers out to Cezar Bononi and his family. His wife just got diagnosed with cancer recently, so thoughts and prayers from the UPR family out to the Bononi family.
Wow, definitely sending prayers and positive energy, positive vibes in a very hard time. Because I was just going to ask, who is this fella? I'm not a AEW regular here, so when I saw him, matter of fact, don't we have a guy on UPR cast named after him slightly? The first name, at least.
Slightly.
Yeah.
Cezar
was, my goodness.
He was down in NXT for a while, and then they brought him in to do some enhancement stuff during the pandemic.
All right, cool.
I told the viewers before you got on, I've been struggling with hiccups all day today, and they came back right before.
Hiccups are the worst, man. They come when you don't need them, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people have said that all the time.
Yeah, I'll be struggling through that until they eventually stop. Hopefully,
it's all right. For tonight, it's going to be AEW hiccups. That's what we're going to do. AEW hiccups.
AEW hiccups. Yep.
Them hiccups, man. Wow, this goodness. But then Darby's not really a big dude either, but like Jesus.
Yeah, Cezar laying in on Darby there, right into that turnbuckle. How do you feel about that? I don't know. I know you don't watch a lot of AEW, but I'm sure you've caught a few glimpses of that set they had. How do you feel about AEW's new set coming out of the pandemic? I
gotta say, right about now, this new set right here that's in front of me, it's pretty cool. It's different.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing. When you see something different for the first time, you're kind of like, oh, that's so great because it's different. Matter of fact, didn't they have a set like this on like a show like last year or so?
Yes, this was the set they used at Daly's place before the pandemic.
Wow, yeah, nice. I like it. I dig it.
Well, yeah, the only difference or main difference I can notice between the two sets from it was January 1st, 2020. I was at that Double or Nothing for New Year. So the main difference I see between the sets is that it's an elevated ramp rather than a lowered ramp, which I like the elevated ramps. So
yeah, the elevated ramp I think is pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
They reconfigured the set for a few different reasons. The main one is because they wanted to add more seats, and you can add more seats back behind where they would normally be back right when that Titantron was.
That's cool. I don't know how far apart we are on the show, but why is Dolph Ziggler here?
Yes, you see Ryan Nemeth, his brother.
Yes. I was just assuming Dolph Ziggler, the comedy stuff wasn't working for him, so he said, "Let me go to AEW." Oh, Darby's so good. Like Darby's so good.
I'm at the sleeper hold right now, and Darby just kicked the leg.
Okay, so we're like a few seconds off. Someone mentioned something because they were talking about who do you think could take the title off Kenny, and a lot of people say Hangman Page, but someone mentioned Darby Allin, which I thought was an actually interesting person to even consider. I mean, not right now, obviously. Not. It's something you don't rush. Let him keep doing what he's been doing. I almost feel like his TNT run wasn't bad, but it could have been longer. But obviously, it wasn't bad for Miro because Miro really needed it. I feel like that
was a 7-month run.
See, and it's amazing because you said 7 months, right? I didn't even realize it was 7 months. It just shows how much time it went by. that quickly.
Oh, we got our third co-host. It's Steamin' Willie Beeman.
Yo.
Beeman!
Are we live? We live, baby?
Yeah, we're live. We're live.
Hey, I'm so trifling. Hold on, I'm logging into my Hulu. So thanks for the fans for tuning in. So go ahead and mute me real quick. I'm coming back in once I...
Hold on. You sound kind of far, Willie.
Yeah, now we got Sting in the ring helping out an injured Darby or a post-match.
I'm sounding far away.
No, you sound good now, brother. I can hear you now. You sounded kind of far, but now I can hear you. Maybe it's just me.
Yeah, Darby. While Steamin' Willie Beeman came in, Darby gets the win. Quick match, maybe 5 minutes at most. Darby hits that coffin drop, and Sting in the ring. Now Darby's gonna cut a promo. I'm gonna mute myself while I listen to this, so nothing gets picked up and we don't get taken down. And we will come back after this promo.
Let me do that too.
Yeah, during any promos, guys, just letting y'all know, we're probably gonna end up muting ourselves. So that way we don't get copyrighted. Unfortunately, that's just how it's gonna go. We just don't want anything getting picked up on accident. So just during that, listen to the promos too, and we'll give you guys our reactions. You should never be listening to us during promos anyways. Pay attention to the promos; they're important. Yeah, so Sky and Paige out there now, just giving you a little update. Sky and Paige cutting a little promo about how they're going to win on Sunday.
Huh.
Yeah, Sky and Paige say they're out. They start leaving, and then the Pretty Club, whatever their actual name is, of Peter Avalon and Cezar Bononi.
Dude, wasn't he the librarian?
That's the former librarian, now Pretty Peter Avalon. Yeah, they really jump him as well as Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky. They get jumped. Ethan Page with that chokehold in on Darby. Sky grabs the chair. He's putting Sting's ankle into that chair. He's wrapping it up. Wraps up the leg into the chair.
Do you think there's
the Dark Order? The Dark Order is out here now.
Yes. I was just gonna ask you, do you think obviously at some point everyone turns baby heel and all that stuff, right? But do you see the Dark Order turning heel anytime soon?
No. The Dark Order are over as faces currently in the company, not as much as they were in October and November. That's when they were super over, and they missed. I think AEW missed out on putting the belts on them, in my opinion. But they were really they were very, very over then. Not as over now, unfortunately, but still they're a popular group. They should not be going back to being faces. Although interesting here that the Dark Order is helping Sting and Darby because they're not Hangman on a page.
Well, they've been buddying for the last, at least from the stuff I saw, for the last few weeks.
Dante they have been a little bit since they were in that thing with Hank. Yeah, they were kind of like helping out because they were in that feud with Matt Hardy, and that caused them to kind of be together. So we'll see if Darby joins the Dark Order. He's giving them all fist bumps right there. Sting as well. That would make sense if you want to have. I don't think Hangman should be in the Dark Order, but Darby and Sting makes sense if you want Darby to be the leader of the Dark Order. I think it makes perfect sense.
Orange Cassidy. I know I'm a few seconds ahead. I should probably wait until you say something, then I make a comment.
All good. Yeah,
okay,
Miro versus Dante Martin tonight. That should be a pretty good match. Dante's very good.
Okay.
I think he's the younger one at 19 or 20, so I'm interested in that.
Yeah, because he's a part of Top Flight, right?
Yes, and his brother's injured.
Oh, man. See, that's the worst thing when you're part of a tag team. But this could actually be really good for him, though. Maybe not so good for his brother, because if you're really, if like you're a tag team and the guy who can kind of do a single run and, have this really good run, it could always look bad for the guy who's been out, but we'll see what happens. Oh, look at this.
Well, we have lost Steamin' Willie Beeman. His Hulu is not working, so he cannot watch the show. So it's just us two taking it tonight.
And that's fine. He'll probably be back.
I was gonna mention real quickly. The TNT title was meant to. It's always been meant to get other people on TV that aren't on a lot. Like you had Jungle Boy in that first match against Cody, that first open challenge. Sonny Kiss. You had Warhorse come in. Ricky Starks got his debut from that as well. Eddie Kingston got a debut from that.
He did. Yeah.
Even when Darby had it, you had guys like a JD Drake. You had John Silver, Preston Vance, and now you have this match with Dante Martin. That's really the point. And gotta say it out here, it's the big show.
Hey, no more BS. What are you talking about?
No more big show.
I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of corny to me when you say and in the chat everyone calls me corny because they don't get my intellectual sense of humor. But yeah, I just think it's corny. But
that's made for you. That T-shirt is made for you.
What? No more BS?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's made.
Maybe Chris can buy it for me for my birthday. That would be very nice. Shout out to the executive consultant. I don't know where he's at, but shout out to the man. He's probably yelling at someone who's having fun.
Yeah. Well, we got a commercial break going on. Why don't we take this commercial break? Let's talk about this WWE New Japan Pro Wrestling news.
Oh, man.
This morning in the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Dave Meltzer reported that in late... Executive consultant, are you in on purpose?
Oh, yes. I got a phone call telling me that I had a show on right now that was not SmackDown, and I couldn't find it, and then I see we're here on YouTube. I'm highly upset, and I think this is a plot from YouTube because y'all going to get your ass kicked later this summer, and I want to know what's going on. But I was waiting until after you finish your news thing. So go ahead and say that, and I'll deal with the two of you live on air.
Yeah, let's talk about this news. As Dave Meltzer in the Wrestling Observer newsletter is reporting that WWE New Japan over the last few months have been discussing a potential relationship. More specifically, it was Nick Khan, the president of WWE, who was in these negotiations. That's what Meltzer specifically mentions. So that's what they're saying is that it would be a U.S. exclusive deal that would then cut out AEW, CMLL, ROH, Impact, those people that they have been working with in the last few years. There's also a lot of questions to that, like would Jericho and Moxley still be able to work New Japan since Moxley is the IWGP US champion for New Japan Pro Wrestling? And there's a lot of questions there about what that would really be, how that would affect the business. Mainly, my opinion of why I think that's happening is they don't want AEW to be in business with them. But we did also get a secondary reason, according to PW Insider of Mike Johnson over there, saying that this deal was being created because Daniel Bryan wanted to wrestle New Japan. He wanted to do some New Japan dates, and that's why they were trying to strike a deal here to let Daniel Bryan still be under the WWE umbrella, be under contract with that company, but go over to work some dates in Japan. I had actually speculated this a few weeks ago. I had said, and Daniel Bryan had talked about it in interviews, he said that he wanted to work New Japan and do this deal where he could go to different companies like an ROH, New Japan, AEW, Impact, AAA. He talked about that a few times, and it looks like that was the reason why they were trying to get the deal. There is no news on whether or not that is still being negotiated, whether or not that was stopped, whether it was completed. There's nothing else. We just know that talks happened in late March / early April, and that's all we know. There's no other progress. There's no other information on where the progress of that deal is currently. Any thoughts?
It's EC, do you want to take over?
What would you like me to say? I
don't know. I don't really like. I mean, what do you have to say? That was the question. That's all.
This is a rumor. WWE hasn't really said anything to confirm or deny this, so this is all rumor. If it's actual, then I will say, yeah, probably. Everything that the Kaden and Badguy says, surprise, surprise, might be accurate. It might be the Daniel Bryan thing. I can see that being a possibility. They want to hold on to one of their most popular superstars of all time. Hey, why not do it? They can open up the purse strings and work up with New Japan Pro Wrestling. Second, also, if it has to do with them trying to block AEW, completely agree with that too. Why not? AEW is trying to get a little bigger than they are worth. They're a little pissant company, right? So you got to block them in order to make sure that they stay in their place. You are minor leagues. You are Arena Football League. Remind yourself that you're Arena Football League, okay? So since you think you're getting big, let's go ahead and block you by getting one of your biggest supporters and showing you who they would rather work with. They want to work with. Would you rather work for the NFL or would you rather work for AEFL? When you are in college football, do you say you want to get drafted in the National Football League or Arena Football League? That's just how it is. When I still interview these independents, they still tell me WWE is their place, not all elite whackness.
The one thing I'll mention about that is due to the dates of that relationship, in the last 2 weeks, we've had Red Narita, Rocky Romero, and Yuji Nagata all showing up on AEW TV. And we also are getting Kojima. He's going to be showing up in Impact, FinJuice,
didn't he show up recently?
Tag Team Champions. They are still going to other brands. So from what we're like, it looks like that deal did fall through. They decided to go with AEW, especially with Tony Khan released a statement today. And he said that there are future plans with the IWGP US Championship for AEW.
I love having you on the show because if you weren't on the show, I would never know what Tony Khan says because I don't care, right? It's just like when we were in the chat earlier and somebody said, hey, Tony Khan, Nick Khan, and Ron's like, who? Who? That's how we feel. Like, who? Nobody cares.
I really wasn't being funny, by the way.
I didn't say you were. I'm dead ass serious. I never paid attention or heard so much of what Tony Khan had to say until Kaden got on UPR. Thank you for being our AEW correspondent. But really, whether WWE joins New Japan Pro Wrestling or New Japan Pro Wrestling wants to team up with AEW, I can give two craps. I don't pay attention to these people whose name I don't pronounce. So it's fine. Everybody's name is Fujinima to me.
Doesn't QT Marshall look like Santino Marella slightly though? Like I don't know if anyone's watching, but he slightly looked like Santino Marella.
QT Marshall looks like the person that he gets hit by a puddle when I drive around the corner and there's a splash.
Well, Chris, you're just a mean person though. So you do that to anybody.
Let's talk about the show a little bit. We got Anthony Ogogo with the Factory, QT Marshall, Aaron Solo, Nick Camarado for the weigh-in, and the rest of the Factory, the newest class, I believe, which is the current Factory class, coming out with Cody for the weigh-in, Red Velvet there by his side. Is that his mom or is that? I don't know if that's his mom or Dustin's wife next to Dustin. But he's got everybody out there. I mean, Arn Anderson's out there, Dustin's out there.
Definitely not his mom. That's definitely not his mom.
I don't know.
So let me ask this. So this war going on, there used to be one big faction, and now it's like a civil war between them, correct?
Kind of. So there was the Nightmare family.
Cody is Captain America, and this guy is Iron Man, right?
It's sort of. So Cody has the Nightmare family, which was Dustin, QT, Aaron Johnson, the Gun Club, Arn Anderson, Brandy, Red Velvet. And then you had his group, his gym is called the Nightmare Factory. That's the gym that he runs with QT Marshall. And the story is that QT and members of the Factory separated off from Cody.
Well, let me ask you a question. If you worked with Cody Rhodes, wouldn't you want to separate from him too? I mean, the man's ego does not allow him to have anybody in the faction with him. So I completely understand.
You're one to talk about ego.
Yet I have a larger faction.
Oh my God! No, he didn't do that. No, he didn't do that.
Did you see his interest? Why does interest have to look like that? You know what I'm saying? You know.
Hold on, wait.
Go ahead, Ron. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say you're gonna tell me your interest wouldn't look like that. I would have thought it would look like some out of Michael Bay's movies. We
would have had more F-14s. Look, here's what I'm saying. Right? Do you see the Dynamite's going with this stage setup they have right now? You know why? They needed the fans to have a better view of Cody Rhodes right now, which is why he's stripping to his underwear right now. He wants all those fans behind him to take a look at the American Nightmare.
You understand how weigh-ins work, right?
Yeah, I just saw one the other week. I was actually there for one live, but I'm just saying, if you look at the crowd, they're higher than normal because Cody Rhodes wanted them to look at the American Nightmare known as his cheeks.
No, that's not. That's literally been their setup in Daly's place for 2 years now until COVID.
They have it nicely set up perfectly for Cody Rhodes.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know why you even entertain what EC is saying because he's just doing that. No. You
should have him turn around because that's how he feels. He wants all these WWE marks to kiss his ass. But the thing is, he needs to understand. He needs to understand that WWE is the reason why he has a job right now.
So what is that? I don't know because you guys be beefing in the chat a lot. I don't even know what the hell be going on. Oh, look, he's wearing England underwears. That's nice.
See, the only reason how come you know it is because he makes sure that cameraman says you gotta get the logo. You gotta look at the bling. Notice my underwear. Look at him trying to show off. I might say that Paul White, because his stock has lost ever since he dropped his name. Paul White is looking pretty good.
Yeah, it's not the same without calling him Big Show, admittedly.
Yeah,
but
it's really not. It's like
it isn't. But that comes from 20 years of us always saying that, because when he first came to WWE, I still was calling him the Giant. But after a while, it was like, right, he's a Big Show.
And then you called him a Big Show. Then they actually started calling him the Giant a little bit for like a year. They kept saying the Giant. The Giant.
Really? Where?
They did. At WWE TV, they were calling him the Giant for a while. They still referred to him as the Big Show. We came out, Title was still saying the Big Show and everything like that. But they said, look at this, and the Giant, and the Giant. And it wasn't the same. It didn't have the same impact, because it's the Big Show. But he couldn't call himself the Big Show because he went to AEW. AEW's a little show. So
right. He didn't own that. What do you call that? Intellectual property. So he couldn't do that.
It's not the intellectual property. It's the fact it's not the actual Big Show. You can't call yourself the Big Show. You had 700,000 people watching. Just say.
You won't say anything good about the show tonight.
You know why I'm here? Because I saw on my screen that Jade Cargill is going to be here. And I'm here for Jade Cargill. We're getting married in Vegas. Friday Night Jack, that's why you got to come to Vegas for SummerSlam, because we're getting married and you got to be one of the groomsmen. Dirt Sheet Kaden,
I thought it was going to be the best man, but I guess it's for the third wedding.
No, you didn't get it. Dirt Sheet Kaden, I have the rings ready for you. You're the ring bearer. It's going to be
great. I'm not going to Vegas for SummerSlam.
Why would you not go to Vegas for SummerSlam, but you'll go to Texas for AEW?
Yeah, I live in Texas. The arena's like 15 minutes from my house. Why would I not go to that
Vegas
show?
is right up north.
Vegas is like a 2-hour flight.
I kind of wish Evil Dose was on there, because every time you see Art Adams, they look like someone from The Sopranos in the sweatsuit. And he really do.
He does.
He really do. I like that. He's just probably happy just to be out there, though.
I can't believe you're going to miss SummerSlam. I mean, it's going to be great.
I don't have interest in going, to be honest. I don't really care that much.
But you're going to Double or Nothing on Sunday.
Yeah, which I really care about.
Ooh.
How can you
saying, what's up, dude?
You guys. Hey, what up, Charles? What up, dudes? He said, what up, dudes? What up, dude?
I'm trying to figure out. So, Ron, we got to work on your excuse of why, your dog's going to die or something to have you go to. Your dog's going to die so you can go to SummerSlam.
I don't even have a dog.
They don't even know that. It has to be something. It has to be something you don't have.
You just want to hang out with the bad guy. Just say it on there. You want to hang out with the bad guy.
What I was thinking since Kaden don't want to be there because he's too cool for us. He's cool because he hangs out the cons. So we're going to go to SummerSlam. We're going to be in Vegas. We're going to go to one of those fancy restaurants and we're going to drink and we're going to watch some AEW matches so we can not feel bad when we're not paying attention. This is going to be great. Right? It's going to be great. I can't wait. I might as well have everybody.
No funny though. Anytime we ever link up and when it comes to beverages, we always have a good time. So I already know it'd be a good time. What up, Mike Riggs?
What's going on, Mr. Mike Riggs? You got acknowledged from me and Badguy Jack. Kaden was on mute. He couldn't.
I was trying to listen to the promo.
He couldn't. Nobody cares about this promo. He couldn't even give praise to Mr. Mike Riggs. How dare you, Kaden? How dare you?
Someone's got a Cody Fathead in the audience. It's interesting.
I'm not gonna lie, but I get why sometimes with Cody, right? Like, because I think it's certain things he said that runs people the wrong way. But I be saying sometimes, like, Cody has been putting on some pretty good matches. Now, granted, I think a lot of people don't like. I'm not saying every one of his matches was a hit. I'm not saying that. But there's some matches I was like, Cody was actually really good. But I think he gets a lot of flack because he goes with the what is it? He's like, we're going to be anti-WWE, but he wins every feud, right? Well, not every feud because he put MJF over.
In the background. Red Velvet's in the background.
Who?
Red Velvet, another future ex.
A common,
very, very pretty.
A common misconception of Cody is that he never puts anybody over. I will never agree with that. There's a few times where he probably should have put people over, like Penta. But besides that, really most other, and maybe like a Lance Archer, but besides that, most of the time he put over who he needed to. Yeah. He put over Brody. He put over Darby. he beat Penta, but he still put over Penta at the end because Penta was able to get that arm breaker and just destroy his arm. And I'm assuming he's putting over a Go-Go here. He should be putting over a Go-Go.
I really don't think so, though, bro. I really think Cody beats him. I really think Cody beats him.
I want to throw in some fun facts. Cody versus Big Show, WrestleMania 28 actually wasn't a bad match for the Intercontinental Championship. They have a little history there. Cody also is looking like he's putting on a little bit of weight. Maybe he's getting ready for the fact he's about to be a father and wants to get the dad bod. I don't know. But as far as Cody Rhodes putting people over, I have to agree with Kaden. I think he does get a little bit of slack when it comes to that. I think he does put a lot of people over in his own way. Now, does that negate the fact that the man clearly has an ego and thinks he's a bigger superstar than he is? No, it does not. He definitely does. And I want him to tone that down a bit. But he does.
I can agree with that.
He does look to try to make better the people he has that works with him or for him, or however you want to say. So I definitely believe that. I think he did a very good job with the TNT Championship to make that championship big, and it made that moment that Darby Allin won that championship a lot bigger because of it. So I give all the respect in the world to Cody Rhodes. I definitely hope that he takes this time to take a paternity leave because he could take some time off. He's taking time off now and then for the last couple of months, but he could take a good extended period of time off for a little while, so I actually think he's going to drop to Anthony Ogogo also.
You do think he puts over, and it would be a perfect.
I think he does in his own way. There's a way you can put people over without constantly taking the L week after week after week after week.
Yeah,
you don't have to lose to put somebody over. And if you don't believe me, I reference to 2015 John Cena's United States Championship run. He was winning majority of those matches, but he put over so many people, even though he won. Put over so many people, and that's what I think Roman Reigns actually should do right now with the Universal Championship, and because I think he's in a position to do that. But I do believe that with Cody Rhodes. But yes, I do want him to tone down the entrance a little bit and some other stuff. Well, not the entrance because it's a little too late to tone down the entrance. But there's ways he can do stuff. That was a good point by Kaden Dirt Sheets. I want to give you some acknowledgement before I kick you and Ron's ass in a couple. Well. David's going to do most of the work. I'm just going to sit there watching.
David's going to do most of the work, right? Because David's going to
whoop that ass. David's been training. He's been hitting the mat extra hard when he counts to 3.
Yeah, anybody would hit the mat hard when you get slammed.
Fantastic! I just lost my TV. Just lost service, so I'm trying to get it back. I have it on my phone going though.
I don't know what part you guys are on, but
you know what never loses service, Kaden? The area that never loses service is Las Vegas.
I already have a trip to Vegas this summer.
For Las Vegas. When's the last time you was out there?
To me?
Yes.
2018.
Backstage, we got Hobbs and Cage going at it.
Yes. I'm not gonna lie. When I saw Christian Cage, I really thought that was Jake Hager. I was like, "What's Jake?" And I was like, "Oh, that's Christian."
Oh, I haven't seen AEW in a couple weeks, so this is actually a little new to me. Is that Brian Cage?
Where?
Who's fighting in the back?
Ooh, nice. Oh, that was Christian Cage
and Luke Hobbs or Will Hobbs.
Oh, that's Hobbs. You want to say Luke Cage?
No. I meant no. I have Luke Hobbs stuck in my head because I've been watching Fast and the Furious.
Oh, I am so lost because I could not even tell that was Christian Cage.
Yeah, I thought that was Jake Hager. I'm not even being funny. I really thought it was Jake Hager until I was like, "Oh, right, no, it's not."
I really did not tell that was Christian. That is terrible. Maybe I do need glasses on. Speaking of age, here's Adam Page. Mr. Chris Harris, I've come here tonight to have an open challenge to Mr. Kaden Dirt Sheets for his announcer spot on the broadcaster team because Mr. Chris Harris, UPR, needs Mr. Mike Riggs on the team. Well, we'll talk about that after our match because if David and I lose our match, apparently, he's the new executive consultant. Go figure. So, yeah.
So he's not the executive at the moment?
Apparently, I will lose my position as the executive consultant of Unpopular Review if I lose to the two of you. Don't have that food thrown in your face. I'm not even around you, and I will just take a flight right now.
Hey, someone's saying that Caden's amazing, so I think I got some fans out there.
I'm so glad your girlfriend took the time to come on the show and say that. That's hey,
listen, it's good that she supported him. I mean, if she was sitting there going against him, I would have said, "Damn, Kaden, what have you done?"
Speaking of girlfriends, Sunny Kiss comes out with bad boy Joey Janela. This should be an interesting match.
This show is off the rails. I'm
trying to figure out, how does Janela able to have somebody in the ringside and Adam Page doesn't? This is already proven not to be fair.
Let's be real. I mean, let me ask this. What's his name? Janela? Jello? Has he ever won on Dynamite?
I don't believe so. You have to ask Kaden Dirt Sheets, but I think he's frozen.
The last dirt sheet have
The last dirt sheet. This is not Star Wars. What are you doing?
How many times you ask me that a day? What are you doing? I don't even know anymore, man.
I gotta bring somebody to support me because I mean, Caden's over here, is texting his girlfriend like, "Hey, honey, baby, baby, baby," like he's Justin Bieber from 2012, and say, "Could you let me say something nice?"
Justin Bieber, oh my God, I didn't even know he was still around. I thought he was like, I don't know.
No, he's still around. He's still around. Yeah. Normally I would have somebody was frozen, I would take them out and just put it on 2-man between me and Ron. But Kaden looks so funny in that angle, like he's supposed to. It's like he's taking a picture for his high school senior picture and stuff. Actually, you gotta add the quote. You gotta add the quote. You gotta add the quote on the side where it says future AEW president. Most likely to be pissed off when you insult AEW. Kaden
Dirt Sheets.
Kaden Dirt Sheets.
Oh, man.
So this guy is interesting because this guy, I believe, is who Kaden believes is going to defeat Kenny Omega for the AEW World Championship.
I think eventually he do, because let me ask you, who else on that roster? I was saying earlier, someone mentioned not only just Hangman, but they also mentioned Darby Allin's, which obviously not right now. You don't have to rush that. There's no need to rush it. But they mentioned Darby Allin. So I ask you, who do you – and I know you're not a regular on AEW because you made your feelings clear what you feel about it. But who would you think after Kenny, who takes him, who dethrones him?
That's a good question because I find it hard to believe that anybody really can take that title away from Kenny Omega. I want to say – because they're – in my opinion, they have a lot of good heels, but not a lot of good baby faces. So I'm
trying to look at that baby face roster, and I think it's pretty thin. So I asked you, Kaden, because you're a regular.
I told you.
I was gonna say, who do you think like babyface wise could take that title off? Besides, we said Hangman, but like, who do you think beside him?
I think they could be building to Darby possibly, although I don't think Darby should take the title off of Hangman, and I think they should save him for a different time.
And we went from Kaden being frozen to Ron being frozen.
No, it's in my opinion, it can only be Hangman. I don't think anybody else can take that title off of him. I think the only other person right now, in my opinion, that could even hold the belt is MJF, and MJF is a heel, so he can't take it off of him.
And that's what I'm saying. They're very heel heavy. They don't have a lot of strong baby faces. No. Mm-hmm. So the next person you have besides Hangman Page to actually be able to take it, I don't think Hangman Page should do it, is actually really Cody Rhodes. They need another strong. Oh well, you know what? They also did just bring Christian.
But is anyone really? Yeah,
they have. No, so they have good faces. They just don't have they don't have faces that I think should take down. I think whoever takes down Kenny has to be the guy. Who is your guy that's gonna? It has to be like the face of the promotion. And since AEW started, we've been hearing that Hangman Adam Page is going to be the guy. You go back to last year and that run that he was having with Kenny Omega as the tag champs. That was very hot. People loved that. That was like Seth Rollins. White hot from early 2019 Seth Rollins type, or early 2018, when he was doing when he brought Monday Night Rollins in, when he was incredibly hot right before he won the IC title. That's what I compare it to. But then COVID brought it down significantly because he did not wrestle during COVID. He went away. And then he kind of slowly and steadily declined. So if you can get the heat back up on Hangman, I think that's good, and that would put him back in that spot. But as someone who had gone to 3 AEW shows since they started the Drunk Hangman angle, he was the most over person on every single show, without a doubt. He got the biggest pops of the night when he would go into the crowd and drink beers. Everybody would be offering his beer. He'd drink a beer right next to my dad, and the crowd popped like crazy whenever he would drink them in the audience.
Oh, yeah? That's
cool. One of the most over wrestling characters I have ever seen in watching as many shows as I've been to. Incredibly over.
In your short time of watching wrestling, but if you really look at it, I mean, is he appealing to the wrestling fan or is he appealing to drunk morons? Like I don't see
the wrestling fan. He's been over.
He's not a world champion, At best, he's a mid-card champion. He's not a world champion.
You don't think so what you're saying is you don't think he ever takes the big one? He wins the big one? He's one of those guys.
I think it's possible that they can put the title on him. I see it as possible because they have nobody else to put the title on. But realistically, he's not somebody you build a company around. He's not a world champion.
I disagree with that. I see him as a top guy, and everyone has different wrestling opinions on who they think is going to be a main eventer. Like there's some people in WWE, like I'm not a fan of Randy Orton. I don't think he's a main eventer.
If I can
one of the greatest of all time.
I respect what EC says, but like I'm sitting here, I listen to that. But let me just ask this, and I got why they put the title on him, but still, this: did anyone really expect Jinder Mahal to be the champion?
That was for promotional reasons.
I get it, but even still, do you still go?
I knew when they put the title on him, I knew that was going to happen. Friday Night Jack, we need to keep Mr. Chris Harris to be our EC of UPR, in my opinion. This is why you're Mr. Mike Ridge. You're so intelligent.
I really thought because his name was Mike Ridge, and I thought he was born with
enough of you, Mr. Mike Ridge. I remember when AEW first pay-per-view main event Cody versus Dustin, and at the end of the show, AEW first pay-per-view Cody asked Dustin to be his tag team partner to face the Young Bucks.
That was the third to last match on the card. It went Cody, Dustin, Young Bucks, and Lucha Bros for the AAA Tag Team Championship. And then it was Kenny Omega versus Chris Jericho. The winner was in the all-out match between it would have been the winner of that versus Hangman Adam Page to become the first AEW World Champion. So Cody versus Dustin was not the main event, but it was actually my favorite match on the card. That
was a good match. That was a good match. They told a good story.
It's my favorite match of all time.
Really? Okay. Yo, EC, like, chill, match, bro.
I was there in person. Chill. Nothing has ever gotten me as emotionally invested into a match as Cody versus Dustin.
His freaking face, like, why are you so angry? I was watching an episode of Powerpuff Girls. I said, did you like Mojo Jojo?
You just answered your own question. Why am I so angry? He just said that's his favorite match of all time. Now, granted, I'll give you this. That's his opinion. He can stick to it. It's perfectly
right.
It's just not something you expect to hear when you have so many other great matches. But if you want to look at it because it got you emotional, got you invested, I don't know, maybe you have a brother or you're estranged with, I don't know, I don't care. But it's perfectly fine. But I'm just saying, like, I can't. And you know what's so funny, Mr. Mike Riggs, shame on you. So you said this, and you said it so factual. You're trying to take his job, right? You said it so factual. And then he comes up, he counters you. No, he doesn't counter you. He says, no, it was the third to last match of the card. We had this and then this and then this. And it was my favorite match, and blah, 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 blah.
He knew the order, man.
And I'm like, wow. When you like mediocrity, you like mediocrity. And Kaden Dirt's like mediocrity.
I believe that card went.
That's why he lives in Texas.
In the buy-in, it started with the Casino Battle Royal. Then it went to Sammy Guevara, Kip Sabian. It opened the show with SCU versus the Strong Hearts. Then it went into Awesome Kong versus Kylie Ray versus Nyla Rose versus Britt Baker.
She used to work for them.
Then Best Friends versus TH2. I think after that was the 6-woman Joshi tag match. After that, I believe, was then Cody Dustin. And then it was Young Bucks, Lucha Bros, and then Kenny Omega.
Great job there by, who's that, Adam Page, or was that Joey Janela? Oh, it was Joey Janela.
That's Joey Janela.
Joey is so underrated as a wrestler.
Two vanilla blondes with black tights. I couldn't recognize which one was which. But anyway, Joey Janela.
And you know what? I'll take your word on it, Kaden, about Janela, but he just doesn't come off anything special, and that's only because
he never will. He's an indie guy. He is 100% an indie. He's a journeyman.
Okay, but even then, there's a lot of guys who've been journeymen, but they were like, I feel like Seth and I say Dean, but John Moxley. I mean, there's a lot of guys you can go with that came from.
Moxley's not a journeyman.
I would say this. Joey Janela, I first discovered Joey Janela in MLW. I thought he was a bum then, and I think he's a bum now. He's not that entertaining. He's not that interesting. I don't understand how he made it in AEW.
Admittedly, he's not.
I look at him, and I'm thinking your local indie promotion. That's what
that's what I think Joey Janela has always been, and I think his contract should be up at the end of this year. I don't think he's going to resign. I think he's going to go back to GCW, do his little indie thing.
You know,
that probably is the best thing for him, honestly.
If he wants to be a world title, he wants me to look at. If you want me to look at Hangman Page as a world title contender, here's what he needs to do: 1, he needs to gain some weight. 2, he needs to change his finishing maneuver.
No, I love that. I love the buckshot lariat.
I'm sorry, not everyone's 240 pounds of muscle like you, sir.
Who's my favorite wrestler?
I don't know. Is it Shawn Michaels?
No. Who's my favorite wrestler?
I know
Undertaker. You love
WWE's
Undertaker. No, all seriousness, he
wrestles today. Who's my favorite wrestler?
Oh, I don't know. Who's your favorite wrestler today?
It's The Miz, who's 220 pounds. It's not a matter of that. It's a matter of you have to, for his size, for his build, he can gain about 15 pounds and he will look more like a threat, like a world champion.
Hangman Page is built at 228.
Okay, that doesn't negate the fact that if he gained 15 pounds, he can be a world champion.
Miz is built at 220.
I said that. He is billed as 220. But Miz is world champion not because of his size in his weight class. Miz is world champion because of his brain. That's what he's known for. Adam Page just does not look like a threat, period, and he doesn't wrestle this type of style that Miz wrestles, nor does he have a gimmick. For his gimmick, he needs to gain 15 pounds, and I guarantee he will be a star. Trust me on this.
So what you're saying, would you like him to look like Ryan Cage?
I'm not going to disagree that getting more jacked won't make you more over. I'm not going to disagree with that. I think he's fine right now, but
all I'm saying is look how it helped Drew McIntyre. That's all I'm saying.
No, Drew, and you said this very well the other night, and you said he's literally the perfect wrestler. The height, the perfect wrestler, the build, the height, he can talk. And I get what you mean.
Just like Drew McIntyre.
Let's talk about what's going on right now. We got Hangman Adam Page with Brian Cage and then Hook on the outside as well. Hangman and Brian Cage are going to have a match at Double or Nothing on Sunday. Hangman's actually taller than Brian Cage. That's surprising to me.
That's what I'm saying. Give him some weight. I'm telling you, he'll be a contender.
See, it's similar to what Will Ospreay did. So Will Ospreay, he needed to gain weight to move up into the heavyweight class, and I think he looks awesome right now. Didn't look like that before he gained that weight. He looked like Ricochet. Now, Will Ospreay looks awesome.
It's a matter of opinion, but okay.
He's hurt, right?
Ospreay, yeah, he has a neck injury. Yeah, a little face-off between them two. Cage got bloodied up in that match, so he's got blood dripping down his face.
Which adds to the story. That's one thing AEW does better than WWE. WWE needs to add color back. They're not exactly.
I would love for them to do that. I agree.
I'm not saying they need to have it every week, because there was a point in time there they were having it every week, every pay-per-view.
Yeah.
They don't need to have it. But for some stories, it sells the story so much better to add some color.
Yep. I 100% agree.
Like, what was the turning point of Becky Lynch's career? Well, it was actually two turning points. She had like one step, and then the color put her to that stratosphere. She was already at the cusp ever since that SummerSlam turn. But she put her completely over was when she had her nose broken and stuff like that.
That's true.
Same
thing with Stone Cold in that match that Kaden hated. That match that Kaden didn't like, the submission match.
Oh, you didn't like that one with Brett and Austin?
I like the submission match.
He was crapping all over it. He was crapping all over the Friday night.
Honestly,
he was like, "There's no Will Ospreay in this match." Hold on.
I actually really liked the submission match. I thought it was pretty good.
Hold on, let me hear these two cokeheads.
No, there was another match I didn't like. It was the street fight from WrestleMania 13. I didn't like that match.
I know what was that? Goldust and
that was 12. He's talking about LOD and Ahmed Johnson versus.
Didn't like that. I thought it was all over the place. No psychology.
Good memories with Johnson, though. A lot of people just don't. I never heard anyone be like, Johnson was kind of my guy. I never heard anybody say that.
No, fun fact about Ahmed Johnson, he was the one that started the People's Champion.
Huh? Oh, yeah? Oh, he started that before The Rock?
When he won the Intercontinental title, he said, "This is the People's title. I'm going to be the People's Champion." It didn't work with him. So then the next African-American came and won the Intercontinental Championship, which was The Rock.
But what does that tell you? Delivery is everything. He didn't have the same delivery as The Rock.
Who does?
No, not to me. Hey, you remember Here Come the Pain, right? You remember that game, Here Come the Pain, correct?
SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain.
No, I say all that to say they used to have this thing where if you interact with The Rock and you went word by word with him, you would always lose. Always. I've never seen anyone beat him. He always had the last word.
In real life, who was the only person that was able to see The Rock on the mic, in your opinion, if there is one?
Oh, God. Was there anybody, and we're talking just in general in wrestling or just at that time?
In general in wrestling.
I feel like there's somebody, but I can't. So I thought Jericho had range. I really did.
Jericho did well, but I don't think Jericho won.
He never won. Not too many people did. And but I would go with Jericho because some people say Austin, and I thought Austin was great because he would just curse a lot. But like he was not like The Rock,
and then end up attacking The Rock. But he never really could go word for word.
No,
Jericho was close, but Jericho.
But if we go with someone,
my opinion,
yes. John Cena, really?
I can't base it off. I can't base it off of what you've seen because I obviously haven't seen most of that. I'm going back through and I'm trying to watch as much as I can. I'm in 1997 right now for Raw, but from what I know, I think like people that could be on the same plate as him, promo wise, is currently wrestling. I believe is Chris Jericho and MJF. Those are the only two people I could see.
MJF will be good. The difference is The Rock was very funny, very good, but he's also very scripted, which is why he transitioned so well.
He's scripted, really? Like
he's very scripted.
Very scripted.
Dude.
Yes,
he was very scripted. I'm not saying he can't go off the script and off the dome. He can, but he's very scripted. Where I think Cena can go out there and cut a Raw promo just like this and just keep on, just go on and on and on.
That's proved in Cena's comedic timing in movies like Blockers. That's how comedic timing can kind of give you an idea of how good they are on the fly. And Cena's comedic timing in Blockers is like a million times better than whatever The Rock did in any of his comedies. All right, we got Moxley
and Tooth Fairy.
Yeah, because he's very. You have to remember where he came from. John Cena came from. He came from being a freestyle. That wasn't just a gimmick. That was him.
Oh yeah.
You know, he was good. He was good freestyle. You know.
No,
but now today there are plenty of people who are good on the mic. I mean, Kaden mentioned is going back to AEW. MJF is very good. I thought he was good the first time I saw him MLW, and he looked at me like I was a peasant, and I looked at him like, "Who the hell are you?" You know. But it was funny. Because he's kept that gimmick all the way up into AEW. He kept the scarf. He changed the music a little bit, but it's still the same music. I always say MJF is one of my favorite wrestlers. You know, I don't give him enough credit, but he's one of my favorite wrestlers in AEW. He's one of the reasons I watch. I think Eddie Kingston is actually very good on mic, but sometimes he needs to
so good.
He needs to calm it down.
I mean,
sometimes he goes overboard. Sometimes he goes overboard.
Really good.
And I don't like his wrestling style, but he's good on the mic.
As a wrestler, no,
Dean Ambrose. Because I still call him Dean Ambrose, is good on the mic, but sometimes he doesn't know when to stop. He just keeps going on and on and on and on. And I'm like, you made your point, let's cut it.
Yeah. I can agree with that. Yeah. Yeah, speaking of both Eddie and Mox, they're both up there right now.
What do you guys think of them as a team?
I enjoy them as a team. I thought that the exploding shit was obviously really stupid at Revolution, but I like that story. I don't like how it was executed with the bomb. But the story that they had been telling for the last 3 to 4 months leading into that, and then even after that, I've enjoyed every single thing out of the story, and I think they're winning the belts.
I don't like them too much, but I think I would like them better if I was high.
Think they're taking the belts from the Bucks?
I think it's a strong possibility. I won't say that for 100%. Like, I'm not as certain as I would say I'm 100% certain that Roman Reigns was being Cezar on WrestleMania.
Wait, did you say you would like him if he was high?
Speaking of high, apparently you just caught that joke 5 minutes later.
No, my headphones fell off and I was eating. I didn't want to talk with my mouth full. I have manners, you jerk.
Yeah, I would. No, you don't. But I would like him better.
No, it's true. We're friends.
This is the Inner Circle summon, huh?
No,
it's Orange Cassidy giving his response to Kenny Omega.
I swore this was an Inner Circle thing.
Oh, Pac's coming out. He's interrupting Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, Pac-Man is coming out.
Pac is damn good on the mic. He does not get enough credit.
Pac was I started noticing how good he was on the mic, and I had no idea when he turned heel in WWE. And I think since he left WWE, his career has actually skyrocketed. Now, he'll always be Neville to me, and I wish he stopped coming out having to look like he's pissed off at the world at all times.
Chris, you do that all the time.
Excuse me. If that was true, you wouldn't be coming to Vegas, so shut the hell up. So let's see. He comes out looking all pissed off, and calm down. There you go. Crack a smile. Okay, he's better.
Well, he cracks a smile when someone.
But then he talks. I hate how he talks to them. Like he always talks like.
I don't care. I love it. I love it. I love his promos.
I mean, I would love it if I actually was like gay and wanted him to suck my dick or something. But I mean, other than that,
what show am I on? What is happening?
Like, why does he always have it to his chin and lead it up?
Pac has an intensity to him And I think that's what he's just trying to do. He's trying to add the little intensity. Look at the shiny mustache. Look how shiny that mustache is.
So this is going to be a single. I think this is going to end up being a singles match. We know that. I've been saying that Orange Cassidy definitely got a concussion in that match with Pac about 2 weeks ago, and they delayed it because they wanted to wait as long as they could. Since last week was pre-taped, they could have waited until tonight.
Oh, look at this
which
guy.
is 2 days out. I think with Pac being out there, this to me screams that Orange Cassidy is injured and they want him to stay home, and it's going to be a singles match.
Ooh.
You are probably correct on that. I'll also say this. Neville has always had one of the best physiques in wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
Did that excite you?
And one of the best movesets.
I agree.
Did that excite you?
One of the best movesets. He's the to me is
might want to watch out there.
No, but I agree with EC. Like, this man is a really good. Like, he makes me dead want to do sit-ups, and those things hurt. Who's this? Oh, it's the Goof Brothers.
Yo, I just don't like them.
Who, the Goof Brothers?
Don Callis.
Really?
Yeah, I just don't like him.
He's a carny.
Well, a one-on-one match, I think. You know what? We were talking about world champions and stuff like that.
Oh.
I'll tell you somebody else that I like that people probably don't know that I like. I'm a big fan of Orange Cassidy.
Oh. Pac taking down Kenny. Kenny tries to get him from the back with the belt. I'm going to mention quickly, I love Orange Cassidy. And yeah, the Good Brothers out there now.
I wouldn't mind seeing him win the world title.
Who, Orange Cassidy? Really?
I wouldn't either. I know Big Daddy Cool and Evil Ghost would be pissed off.
I wanted to be a transitional champion, but I wouldn't mind seeing him win it.
He is a face that could win that title. I think Orange Cassidy could.
He is very popular. Very
yes.
And I used to hate him.
All right, Lucha Bros come out to help save Pac.
Keep
watching. Now it's
watching.
Pac alone in the ring with Kenny Omega. It's going to be a singles match most likely, unless Orange Cassidy comes out right now.
Which is perfectly fine because these two will have a tremendous match. Yeah.
Oh my! That Iron Man match between the two on Dynamite in February 2020.
Oh, here he is.
Yep.
I'm a little ahead of
I'm a little behind.
No, I'm right here.
Oh,
I'm already watching it.
I think Ron's ahead of me, and you're ahead and I'm ahead of you.
The best friends with Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy is cleared for the match, it looks like, and it will be a triple threat between Orange Cassidy, Kenny Omega, and the Bastard Pac at Double or Nothing this Sunday, the main event.
It sounds like he wants to be a play-by-play announcer, doesn't it, Ron?
Yeah.
It's tottally not like that's what I'm literally going to college to do.
As a commentator, I can hear it like out of you. I wish you lived in Florida so you could go. Because you know what?
I'm about to.
You know one of the things I hate. I like my part-time thing that I do with the commentary, but
you do a great job, sir.
I don't like doing one. I don't like doing it by myself. I wish I had somebody there to play off of. So that will be. I almost want to bring back Strike at this point. I have Kaden Jersey's call to be play-by-play, and I just be.
No, you would be so cool for that, man. Like that was actually really fun to do.
I'll be in Florida in a few months.
We'll be better than the Raw commentary team, I'll tell you that.
Probably.
We'd be great. I mean, I had a lot of good times on that show doing that.
What's his name? Jimmy Smith, the new guy?
I think he'll be better than Burke.
Oh, yeah. He'll be better.
Uh-oh.
He was on NXT a few weeks ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Kenny opens the envelope listed for Kenny. It's a shredded contract. He's going to hit an orange punch, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, even though I think Roman is great, I always felt like Orange Cassidy hit a better Superman punch.
Well, you said you weren't gonna lie, and clearly that was a lie.
I love the orange punch.
I forget this guy who's right here. Yeah, I'm not a liar.
Pac sets on the titles. Orange Cassidy goes to lift it. Oh, it's gonna be such a good match.
I think it'll be a fun match. I agree.
Back to him with that powerbomb that he hit to injure him. Oh,
I just noticed the Brock Lesnar guy is there. It's I don't know. Does he even work? He's always.
I have no idea. He's always there.
He's always there. Like I feel like if I get married, he's going to be there.
I've noticed the people who show up at a lot of wrestling shows always wear the same shirt too. So maybe I should start doing that. Maybe we should always wear the same shirt. You know what that shirt should be? UPR. Right. Order everybody UPR shirts, and we'll just wear it every single damn event.
I want mine. I want mine.
Extra small. I got you.
No, it's not that. No, look, I need you to shut up for a minute. I know you're not good at it, but no, I'm just gonna sit here and say I want mine to be like edit because I want mine to have bad guy on it. But I'm gonna do a commercial for UPR with the shirt because I'm great at it.
Mine for me is
awesome.
my Kenny Omega shirt that I bought at the very end of the first Double or Nothing. As I was leaving the arena, they had they had a few Kenny shirts left, and that was like one of the only shirts they even had. And they only had it in a large. And I used to wear extra larges, but now I wear larges, so it's nice.
Hey.
You wear large? I thought you wore like small also. I thought you were small on Friday Night. Jack was extra small. Which is why I understand why you two would challenge me. Because I'm like both of y'all combined. More so.
Oh, Chris. Just because you look like a gallon of milk don't mean I can't kick your ass.
David is all of us three combined but condensed.
David. He's gonna leave David in the ring, and we just
David's been working out. David's gonna kick your ass, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Unpopular
Not from what I've seen.
AEW Watch Along Edition. We are here, and we are watching this.
We want the smoke.
Please make sure that you join us tomorrow for a lot of content from UPR tomorrow. As always, at 2:00 p.m., we have a UPR and Cat We Trust collaboration interview with Primal Fear from Ring of Honor. At 6:00 p.m., we're actually going to do Dark Side of the Ring, which is starting, and another collaboration in Cat We Trust with Captain Shakespeare as they discussed the last one, which was about the Ultimate Warrior, I believe. So we got to get a new one up there.
You're right.
Yes. And then we only have the Collision and Career graphic, but yeah.
Correct. 9:00 p.m., we're actually going to have an episode of UPRE, which is going to be A Quiet Place 2. That one should be very good. Make sure that you watch that one. And then either tomorrow at around 7 or 8 o'clock or on Sunday, we're actually going to review UPRE's going to review, I can't remember the movie. Oh, No Country for Old Men. We didn't get a chance to do it on Thursday, so we're going to do it this weekend. Stay tuned to your UPR social media for that. And we're going to take a quick 50-second break. We'll be right back after this message.
He shows up. I see you because you're a fan of this. So he shows up. He's driving this fancy car. I'm terrible with car names, so don't ask me what it was. He drives up and he looks at Jake Atlas, who I just did not know, not even who he is, but I was like, oh, he's still here. So he shows up and he said, hey, man. And I would have asked Jake Atlas this too, personally. I would have said, hey, park this right here, to which Jake Atlas rudely says, yeah, well, the $1 Million Man already beat you there. It wasn't even funny. His delivery sucks. He's like dry oatmeal to me. I don't know why. Like, I look at him and, I just personally, I just don't like Jake Atlas. Like, I saw him. It's I don't know. I just don't like him. When you ever looked at someone in the face and you just wanted to punch him? Like, just punch him right.
Well, yeah.
You're from the Bronx, so yes, you have. Do not tell me.
God. I'm being attacked for where I'm from. This is crazy.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Unpopular Review, AEW Watch Along. Oh, all conversation needs to stop.
Is she out? Yeah, there she is, Jade. See what she has to say.
A pretty woman. That is a pretty woman. Who said the ex Miss Harris? Oh, the one time he don't talk. Jesus.
So we got Matt Hardy throwing his name in the ring to be the manager for Jade. Something that De La Renta has a good shot for her.
Matt Hardy's married to Latina. Does he not know he will die? Like Rebel Sky will kill him.
Another lawyer for MJF.
Oh, that's who he is?
Yeah.
I thought he's one of the guys from like that Eminem video, Stan.
He was the lawyer for MJF.
I heard of him. Oh, look,
Going
there's
back
a storm
and forth
coming.
about who will be the manager for Jade Cargill.
Honestly, Jade don't. I almost feel like she don't need. Oh, this is Jade. Okay, I get why her entrance was like that. That's a beautiful woman.
Jade needs a manager. Her promos are not great. She's a star, but she needs a mouthpiece very badly.
No, that's fair enough. I don't know. It's just
I got her mouthpiece right here.
We get it.
She's coming out.
You're nasty. She's so nasty. Oh, now he takes the headphones off. Okay, this guy is just off his rockers. Like just like you can literally say anything to Chris. He probably won't even hear us.
Now we got Jade Cargill coming out to the ring for her match.
No, you said it wrong. Yeah,
she's coming out with Mark Sterling.
Yes, you got an ex-Miss Harris apparently coming out to the ring. That's why Mr. Harris right here is not listening to anything. He looks like a fucking bald eagle right about now.
Seemingly, her agent is going to be Mark Sterling, not Selena De La Renta, like predicted by Evil Dose.
Dose of Evil. Who is this lady? She's making a lot of loud noises.
I have not seen who it is yet. We'll see who she's squashing tonight.
I apologize.
Child psychology. I didn't know she had a master's.
Oh, she can do it all. She can do it all.
Cool.
Including me.
He got so excited when he said that. He's just gross.
I actually did.
Yeah, I know you did. I see you. I've never seen you smile.
Hey, I will smile every time I see her.
I think this is her Dynamite debut.
Well, according to her stats here, she's 11-3.
But it shows exactly like Sarah Logan.
She looks like a smaller version, yes.
Yeah, Killing King. Yeah, she's been on Dark.
Dark?
She might have done one, I think she might have done one Dynamite match. I feel like I remember her being on one.
Well,
I don't remember nothing.
Welcome to the big time. Now she's wrestling Jade Cargill. The next, or should I call it Jade Harris? Which I used to date her. Actually, fun fact, I used to date a Jade Harris.
I predicted.
Wonderful.
So I believe myself and Sheriff, we discussed this on Wednesday.
I know Sheriff.
After Britt's most likely taking that belt off of Shida. It's like 99% positive.
I feel like they have to. And you guys, AEW regulars, and you guys were pointing out like one of you guys said it's almost like her reign was underrated and a lot of things. But I just feel like Britt Baker is just the person about now.
It's not. Everyone knows Britt's taking the title, but we predicted that it might be a double turn for Britt and Shida. That way, Jade can take that belt off of Britt. Because if Jade's going to be a heel, you don't want her fighting heel Britt. It doesn't make sense.
I really don't even think she's ready right now. Like, you don't have to rush that. Let her just keep doing what she's doing.
No, she doesn't.
Let her keep doing what she's doing. Maybe towards the end of the year, beginning of next year, and that's just trying to give us some time. I mean, you guys probably have a better way of it, but she don't need the belt right about now. And I think her turning heel was honestly the best thing to happen to her.
Britt, in my opinion, will eventually go back to being she'll go back to being a face sometime in her title run to lose to Jade. Because I think Jade's the one that has to take the title off of Britt. I think Britt's gonna probably hold it for a few months. She has that rubber match with Thunder Rosa that they have to have. You have other people like Chris Statlander. You have Big Swole because she's back. There's a lot of people for her to fight that are faces in that women's division. Ty Conti, or rematch with Shida. If Anna Jay is back, she can fight Anna Jay. There's a lot of people. Yep. Oh.
It's a great spine buster.
See, and this is why I don't think so. The reason people complain about Jade going a little too long with people and going to 2 segments, I don't think that's an issue because I think Jade needs some ring work, especially on TV. Ring work in the ring, like somewhere like the Performance Center, compared to ring work on TV, they're completely different things. So I think giving her some longer matches here, especially for those first few,
it would be good for her.
Plus, it's different being with a full crowd. As opposed to what they had before. But now that you actually have, like thousands of people there, it will actually help because you have to have that ring psychology to know when you have to switch up something because it's not working. Like
people like Big Daddy Cool was saying that Jade should have Goldberged Red Velvet in their match, and I disagreed. Shouldn't have happened. I'm gonna take him out just until he gets back. Yeah, we're in commercial right now. Jade in control of Kylan K. we'll probably come back from the commercial, and Kylan will get her comeback, and Jade's gonna hit that version of the Glam Slam.
Just come back and loses.
Yeah, she'll let her come back and she'll lose. It's usually how it goes with these type of matches. You get your comeback after the commercial.
Jade is someone. I mean, the little I've ever seen of her and stuff like that. I'm just like, beside her being just obviously very pretty, very beautiful, just have the look like she's gathering. I mean, show how athletic she is. She just did a move, and I don't want to, because I'm a few seconds before you, but yeah, man, that belt will look good around her. She just don't need to win the belt anytime soon, which is fine. Her time will come.
People are saying the hot shot on her, and I don't agree with that. I think it ruins the division.
People feel what?
They should hot shot it onto her. I don't agree with that.
But wrestling fans are weird because wrestling fans, I mean, and granted, I'm kind of like this too, where
that was that suplex into the kip up.
Yes,
that was nice.
Yeah, See, that was the spot. That's what I said. Let me let you get to the part.
That's what I thought you were talking about. Yeah.
Yes. But she's just so athletic, so strong. Look. I listened to her on AEW Restricted, and she said, "Yeah, I do. I work on my stomach every day." And I heard that, and my stomach just started hurting. I just said, "You gotta be kidding me!" Oh my goodness! Look at her, man.
Yes.
Look at her.
Look at her. Look at. And you're going to be right there while we get married, right in front of her husband.
That's right. That's so disrespectful, though. Like, do you know how much of a loser you have to be? Where it's like, hey, look, my wife is getting married to somebody else, and you just show up to the wedding.
She's going to go ahead and she's going to leave her. I think was he a tennis player husband, the golf player.
He's a baseball player. You jerk.
Whatever.
Together.
Whatever. He's going to leave this person.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah,
here it is.
It's over.
What's it called? The finisher.
It's called. It's called "Sit on My Face," and I don't even like that. Like this is
stop.
I'm pretty sure that.
It's called Jaded.
That is, yeah, that's what it's called.
Her and Frankie Monet both using that some similar version of that move.
That's how I feel whenever she doesn't answer my DMs.
Or she answers for Evil Doses Pizza.
Oh my God! Every day. Oh my God!
Oh my God! It makes us all look so bad.
Every day I get a dead notification. Oh, Chris is going to give me a delicious pizza. I'll be like, I'm just joking about being a creep. I'm not really wanting you. You're killing me, man. You're making me look bad.
Hey, look at this here. We got we have a promo and then a match.
Yeah, we got Jake the Snake and Lance Archer.
This is not. I never liked this pairing. I thought I was at first, but I don't like it.
Who?
Jake the Snake and Lance Archer.
I like it, but it doesn't make sense anymore now that Lance is a face. I think Jake needs to ditch him and go to someone else.
You mean like go back to more to DDP yoga? Like, where's he going? Like, I think the pairing is fine, but I do get what you're saying. Like, he's more good for a heel. Is that what you're trying to get at?
That's what Kaden's trying to get at. What I'm trying to get at is I don't think Jake the Snake needs to be on TV.
Okay.
I think he's still very influential. I think he's able to do a lot of things, but I think he'd be better backstage.
Okay.
I think that's why that's why they still have him with Lance right now. Lance was not good on the mic when he came in and he needed someone. I think Jake actually fit really well for that. Lance is okay now on his own, and Jake's not a face guy. He's a heel. So if you do want him on TV at all, then he has to be with the heel.
Now you want to see somebody who's a star. You want to see somebody who could be the face of this company to a certain extent. It is this guy right here.
Really?
This is your guy.
So glad he has that.
He looks so impressive though. Like, I'm really happy for this dude.
He needed this because he was really getting left behind by his wife. Now I will say that he's actually above his wife because his wife has taken a big step down.
And you mean Steven's favorite women wrestler?
Oh my God, he was annoying me with that too. And now look at him. He looks like a monster.
I agree.
He looks like a player. He looks like somebody who put a world championship on. And it probably
isn't that kind of a shame that he never won that? Yeah. Like the go ahead.
I can't say that because it's a different and he's a different beast in WWE. He still looked like a monster. I remember when he first came out, I used to say that what WWE was lacking a lot of people who had intensity. That's one of the reasons why Triple H was able to get over. When he came down and there was time to play the game, he looked intense. Very few wrestlers did that after Triple H. Rusev was one of those guys. But I never saw a time in WWE where he looked like he could be the guy, the top guy. Even when it was Rusev Day, which I still credit mostly to Aiden English as putting that over. Before Aiden English.
He was great. He helped with that. I agree.
But as far as AEW is concerned, and this is not a knock on AEW. If it was, trust me, I'll be joking and laughing and smiling. But as far as AEW is concerned, he looks like he could be that guy, that top guy.
100%.
Hold on. What?
I agree. I think him giving up the video game stuff and him just even that match where you look at him and Darby and you look at how he what he don't call it the camel clutch. He don't call I don't know what he calls it now. But the way he
game over. The
way he applied that, man, was wild. And like you just almost like I almost wanted to say, dude, this is a work. But yeah, no, I agree with EC. Like he do look like a he's much I think the biggest thing with wrestling fans is that we're not patient. And I know for myself, I'm like that myself. But because he was doing the video game stuff and people were really, really like, oh man, that's terrible. What are they doing with Miro? But then he cut that out and then he started killing dudes.
It wasn't a good way to come in. I don't know why they started off with that.
I agree.
They're doing a better job.
I can understand that.
I think he was the right person. He wanted to do that.
And that's probably right because I know Miro is just, we all are different outside of our personas on camera.
Yes.
Mostly Kaden's still an AEW mark that just wants AEW to rule the world and go inside the White House and some shit. I don't understand it. But outside, he's really a goofy guy.
Oh, yeah.
He really is.
Yeah.
So that probably was all his idea. But that wasn't the way he should have went. This is him right here.
The Mark and Victor.
What's up, Mark?
Those are the same people both coming in here saying, hey, y'all.
Where you guys?
This guy
hey, y'all.
This guy right here has a future in 205 Live.
Who, Miro? I don't think so. I think he's
the other guy, Dante, the guy wearing the Black Lives Matter.
Oh my goodness. So as a guy who has a beard, Miro's beard is kind of okay. It's not better than mine's.
Bearded people hate on bearded people. It's like terrible. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself.
Is that true?
American Dream Rule is saying what up?
Yeah, hey y'all is from Vic.
Hey y'all.
It's so great. It's so great that I'm just saying, isn't it great that all three of these people showed up at the same time? It's amazing.
Yeah, whoever you are, thank you for being here.
Oh, Miro with that thrust kick.
Exclusive, baby.
Miro just destroyed him with that. Miro throws such a good super kick.
I'm not gonna lie. I would like Michael Bay to do a movie about Miro. Like when he walks out, there's like explosion in the background every time. Like that would just be hilarious. And then he fights John Cena at the end of
Stop the beard shaving.
Fast and Furious. I don't even know what his character's name in Fast and Furious.
So he changed his move up a little bit. I never noticed that. Okay,
cool.
Rusev.
Yeah, now he's doing the arch back, which is why people were saying that he got pinned by Darby in that championship match.
But I did like that a lot.
I love.
Wait, what?
Rusev. That was very good for Rusev.
Chris, I think this is towards you. Stop the beard shaming.
John Brown probably doesn't even have a beard.
Rusev.
Too many uses.
And it sucks that he can't use Rusev. That's such a good name. The gimmick was so over too.
I understand why they're going to do this feud. I just don't agree with this feud because he's just going to get fed. Yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? Interrupting me while I'm on the show. How many times I just...
Oh my god.
Well, I'm going to counter that. So, in my opinion, Lance Archer is an enhancement talent for them. He's 38, 39, 40 in that age range.
I think he's in his 40s.
He's not a future guy in the company. I think he's there to have this Haas match, which AEW is not known to do Haas matches. The only one I can think back to is Wardlow versus Jake Hager on Dynamite. And that's why they're really doing that, to have that kind of big guy match. And it's going to make Miro look awesome.
Yeah, I think so too. I was listening to a guy and they were like, well, you don't have to have like an actual definitive winner for this match. You can actually maybe get 2 or 3 matches out of it. But I do just say, my point is, Lance Archer don't win. He just don't win. I don't see him winning. Miro should hold that title for. He should hold that for. I don't have a time period, but he should hold it for a good period.
Yeah, Archer grabs him for the choke slam. Miro escapes. The refs get in there, throwing punches at each other. Archer takes him down with the big boot. Miro on the outside. Miro tries to get it back in. Archer getting the best of him there. So yeah, Miro's obviously winning.
I think. Well, let me ask you. Were there?
JR says it's going to be a slobber knocker.
It is going to be a slobber knocker. I do believe that. But I'm asking, like, were there any big man matches like this on AEW?
Wardlow and Jake Hager. Maybe Luchasaurus and
Wardlow.
Right.
I forgot about that. Right.
I think Luchasaurus and Wardlow had a match as well. I think it was a they had a lumberjack match, I believe. But yeah, like, it's gonna be a Haas match. Very excited to see that. It's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna be my favorite match on the card. I think that's probably gonna be either Britt and Shida or the triple threat main event. I'm excited for it though. I'm also excited they showed a little bit of the Stadium Stampede from last year's Double or Nothing. I'm probably gonna watch that this weekend before I go into Double or Nothing because I'm very excited for that. EC, you're muted.
All right, gentlemen, thank you, Kaden. Because I was about to go this whole soliloquy, right? I have about 5 minutes and I'm going to have to go. But here's what I want everybody to know. I'm going to announce this here first. Kaden, when you return, full disclosure, when you return, I actually want to do a tryout with you. So Rebo and I and probably Ron are going to watch a match in StreamYard. And I want to put it on mute, and we're going to have you do some play-by-play because I want to hear you in action because I have an idea. I'm going to be a color commentator, though, because I still think we will do a fantastic job with you, going overboard and me putting you in your place. And that's how it's going to happen. I was going to do it tonight if we had time, but unfortunately now I'm about to go out. So
I'm fine with that. I think
the young lad would do a tremendous job. I feel like there's a certain return happening, and you're not even telling us, but it's happening.
It's possible. David was heading that up, and that's why I failed. It's like, no, I don't. Sorry. I tell too many jokes sometimes.
See, I laugh at you all the time because I'd be like, why do you always seem like when you laugh, you're about to cough? And then you fucking do it.
Because I'm not used to it. So when it happens, it's like I'm being allergic to it.
Let me ask you something. Who's your favorite villain in Powerpuff Girls? Was it Mojo Jojo? Because I swear you guys...
Actually, it was him. I loved him.
Oh, you liked him?
Him was funny.
No!
Him was funny the way he would talk like this and talk like this.
Have y'all seen the Powerpuff Girls leaked script?
Let's kill the Powerpuff Girls. Yeah, no, he was wild.
I started to watch the Powerpuff Girls from the late 90s, early 2000s again, so I could get into the newer ones because I didn't see the newer ones and it lasted a longer time than I thought it would, and then go into the live action ones. So I got to do that.
Yeah.
I have to finish that.
Yeah, I hate what CW is doing, though. So I'm saying that right now.
Yeah,
I hate what CW is doing.
From what I heard, they're completely reshooting the pilot. It was like really bad. The leaked script was like, I read it. It was terrible. It was a really bad script. It was garbage.
I read some about Mojo died, and then someone take the. I was like, Mojo died. What?
A lot of people like Mojo Jojo, but I liked him, and I also liked this. What was her name? Princess or some little girl.
No, Princess was dope. She was cool, but she didn't make a lot of appearances though.
She did not, but I thought she was really good. But it was funny because I watched Powerpuff Girls by pure accident.
Guys. I'm gonna cut you off quickly. AEW is going on currently. We're doing a live watch along to the show. It's going on right now on TNT. It was running from 10 o'clock Eastern to midnight Eastern Standard Time.
That's how dedicated wrestling fans we are,
the NBA playoffs.
And I blame Mojo Jojo. But here we have Shida coming out.
Yeah, Shida's 1 year anniversary of the title. She won it on May 23rd, 2020 at Double or Nothing 2. I believe was the day, May 23rd.
Possibly. I thought
you're gonna forget that smart mouth with her. I see. Look at that. That's to answer this question right here.
I'll put her in her place after the show's over.
Oh wow! You said that on air. Oh my God! Listen, Kaden, if we don't see Sunday, we know because you died.
Now I know you're going to end up in Vegas because you're going to be single. Don't ever say that crap on air.
Yeah, how do you say that on air? What are you doing, dude?
Hey, man, I don't give a fuck.
Oh, so now we can use fuck. You told me before we can't say fuck. Now we can use fuck.
I said once or twice in an episode. We've not used it 4 times. So, and Chris used it once earlier, so that's 5. I also just got a text from her with the looking eyes emoji. So I don't know if I'm in trouble or not.
You probably are.
You are.
We'll see. I'll wait for a text back because I know she's still watching. Oh
yeah. So look, if you're buried somewhere, just give us a text. There's not much we can do, but just give us a text.
Are they giving
she's laughing.
They are. And you know what? I gotta say that belt. I know they're trying to go for a traditional look, but that belt looks. I'm not a fan of it.
New belt.
It's too small.
Yeah.
It is.
It's bigger than the one she currently has.
Yeah, but not even by much though, dude.
But you know what? It shows how chauvinistic AEW is. Let me tell you why. Tell me that doesn't look like an egg.
An egg?
It's shaped like an egg.
Like Eggman?
So like that indicates to me that they're gonna put the belt on someone big soon.
Nah, that doesn't mean that.
So who's the biggest person on that women's roster?
Nyla. That's why Nyla could barely fit that other title on her.
Yeah, didn't she wear it around her waist, around her head, or didn't she eat it?
She should have wore it around her head as a crown, like Shinsuke Nakamura does. I mean, I like that title is better, but it's just too small.
It is too small. Like
small.
I feel like they try to go back for that 1950-60 look. Because, like, I remember Fabulous Moolah holding a title that looks similar to that.
So I wonder what the size of that is compared to the WWE main roster women's titles. I want to know. Maybe it's just the scale of the camera.
I want to say the height might be the same. Might be a little bit.
Possibly. I can see what you mean, but that belt, but the women's belt on the main roster is much bigger than that.
But I wonder if it just looks smaller on camera due to the cameras or perspective of it. But it's actually a similar size.
I respect the fact it's not Velcro.
Yeah, AEW doesn't do Velcro.
Yeah, it's very smart. It's very smart for that company.
DMD out there. The star of AEW. She runs the show. She still does not have an action figure, even though Cody's had 4.
And you just feed into what the EC be saying all the time. Look at this man's ego.
All right, now we go quiet because I need to listen to Britt's awesomeness.
I like to talk, but I'm going to be quiet.
Looks like Britt's praising her a little bit. Britt putting her over.
I'm a little ahead, but I got to say, like, it just when you guys get there, you're probably going to see her and see why you could tell, like, she's very over.
She is.
She's very over because, like, she said 316, but said this era is about DMD, and the crowd was with it. So yeah, that's why I always say the heel turn was the best thing that happened to her, and good for her because she was really floundering as a babyface.
About DMD.
No, she's been killing it.
Great short promo from Britt. Oh, she's killing it right now.
She is.
Everything she's doing is hitting.
She's killing it and getting away with it. Unlike OJ.
She's killing the business.
OJ did get away with it. But all the power in the world and all the praise in the world goes to Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. She is definitely the star of the women's division at AEW. One of the biggest stars in all of wrestling, in my opinion, as far as women are concerned. Yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt. She's one of those popular women right now currently wrestling, especially after that match with her and Thunder Rosa a few weeks ago. That got her over like crazy.
That helped out a lot. That match helped out a lot.
Yeah, we got Dark Order, Stu, and Grayson. They're going to take on Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page, as Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page will have a tag match on Sunday. And it looks like we'll be ending the night with the Inner Circle. But Guevara out there with his cards this Sunday. 48 hours. Less than that, but who's counting? I guess he is. Let's read through it as we're in picture-in-picture. Spears! Exclamation point. With every card you read, your time draws near. No warning, my warning you should heed. Oh, great. Now it's all pixely now. Okay, I'm going to the phone. Your time draws near. At Stadium Stampede, your time draws near. The Inner Circle will
like he's having the ultimate fight when he chews gum.
Your time draws near. I love this gimmick from Sammy. I want to say that quickly. I've always loved it. No amount of chairs will save you. I like that. It's a funny joke. The Spanish God will hit you up. I remember when he used to call like Zendaya, Bella Thorne, Noah Cyrus, Miley Cyrus. He used to your mom call me, hit me up. I love that Sammy gimmick. It's a really simple thing to do in picture.
I like the Sammy that dance, but he's cool too. I like him though.
What do you think about Sammy Guevara?
Did you do that? He did the dance move. But no, Sammy is if they in fact lose, he's gonna be a good babyface.
Yeah. He's a solid babyface.
I think he's gonna be okay. I think he's gonna be all right.
I don't think he's at main event level. That's someone who I think if he gains a little weight like Will Ospreay did, he could maybe get into there. But right now, I think he's a mid-carder. I think he could have a very good feud with Miro. He shouldn't win the belt, but he could have a really solid feud there. Or I've always we had heard that he was supposed to go to Impact to do an X Division run when he was supposed to be out of the Inner Circle.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Would it be against him going to Impact or even New Japan? Go run the G1. I would not have an issue if you went and ran the G1. I think it'd be really good for his career.
I think that could be fun.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys who I'm like, okay, they can go run the G1 right now. I was saying Moxley could have, but I don't think he will, especially since he's going to have a kid. I think Daniel Bryan, since we still have not heard about him coming back to WWE at all, I think he's going to go run the G1. I think that if Sammy could go run the G1, Jericho could, but he shouldn't. No chance in hell that Jericho should not run the G1. He couldn't last it.
He just goes there and he beats everybody.
Yeah, there's a few guys from Impact
spinning elbow. Beats everyone with the spinning elbow.
Yeah, there's a few guys at Impact that could go run it as well, because they have that working relationship over there. I wouldn't if Moose resigns. Love to see Moose run it.
Moose has been killing it, and I don't even watch Impact like that. But the stories that I be seeing with Impact, I'm like, he's been killing it lately.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a few guys in Impact that I think are really good that could do it.
Mm-hmm.
I think, especially when you go back, you got Super J Cup. It's gonna come. There's still a few months till Super J Cup, but even then, Impact's got a very solid X division. You could send some guys from there. Send Sammy Guevara to run the Super J Cup. Send in Josh Alexander possibly. Chris Bay. Chris Bay would be awesome doing the Super J Cup. Leo Rush could go do it. They might also this year. I know they did an American version of it at the LA Dojo, so you could also see those guys.
Yeah, because I remember seeing Leo Rush recently.
I mean, we talked about the NJPW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and WWE kind of situation. I don't want to see New Japan and WWE together at all. I just don't.
Really? No, I think that would be such a fun.
The
and
MLW. No, I'd like to see the MLW relationship. I think that would benefit more. The New Japan one, I don't like it because there's so many other possibilities. Like, there's so many other matchups I'd rather see with New Japan with people like an ROH, AEW, Impact. I think it's CMLL and ROH. And then you also have AAA that they could partner with. You have Rev Pro. There's a lot of other possibilities. There's not many matchups in WWE that I'd like. I don't think Roman Reigns would work a great match with anybody in New Japan. I don't think those styles clash.
See, I think
Tomohiro Ishii. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can see. There's just not a lot of guys. I would have said when Will Ospreay was champion because I want to see Ospreay versus Ricochet again. I really want to see that. I'd love to see Ospreay versus Drew McIntyre.
And that's the thing. Like, so I don't watch New Japan religiously, but I know enough, or at least enough to be like, I know what's going on over there. I think there would be a lot of fun matches go on if they did something with WWE. And I also think, too, and not to say, like, they didn't get eyes because of something like AEW and to a lesser extent Impact and to a very, very lesser extent. But I think them with WWE would just help them out a lot. So, is there any exact match in my head? No, but someone sent a tweet and they were like, and I think it's Tamatonga, and he was like, us against, what was it? It was like the Bullet Club against the Bloodline. And it was like, that could be fun. I honestly think that could be something that could be really, really fun. So I get what you're saying. I think to a certain extent, I get what you're saying. But I also say there's still some fun idea matches that could happen if they do have a joint relationship.
I don't know how it would work. If it was really just for that Daniel Bryan thing, which is what Mike Johnson is saying, it was really just for Daniel Bryan, that makes sense. Those styles, that New Japan style does not clash whatsoever with the WWE style. They're complete opposites. AEW style, that meshes with New Japan, so that makes sense why they would work together. I just think there's so many factors going on. The reason I mainly think New Japan doesn't want to do it is because they don't want to have to deal with Vince. I think they'll get more freedom in AEW.
But
they would not get that freedom in WWE.
But then they had to have that conversation though. But I think a clash of styles could actually be fun to a certain extent. I think the idea wouldn't work.
They're very.
But that's the thing though. We don't know that for a fact. There's a lot of people whose their styles were different, and because they were able to make it work. I think there's an opportunity there where I honestly think Roman has been doing some of the best stuff lately. Like, if you're talking 2 years ago, I might be like, yeah, I get what you're saying. But lately, I think he's been killing it.
It's not even a clash of styles. It's a clash of how you work a match. WWE, and you hear it in the PC, they teach you a very specific way on how you wrestle a match.
It's the WWE style.
And that's you can mesh. You can change it. And I think if it was in New Japan, I think it might be a little better. I worry that if that deal does come to fruition, that WWE and Vince McMahon say that these New Japan wrestlers now have to wrestle the WWE style, which I don't think is a good idea. I think that
would be a terrible idea. I agree. I think that would be a terrible idea. So that's why, like, the conversation got to be simply. I think the conversation got to be like, hey, look, man, we do things this way.
Yeah.
And I know you guys do these things this way, but we're not going to change anything about us because I think that's what made New Japan New Japan.
No, Vince, I
see you always shaking your head.
I'm 100% confident that Vince won't budge on that. He won't budge.
All I'm saying is if they go with it, it's a dope idea, but they have to be on the same page. Like, that's a main thing for me. Like, they gotta be on the same page because I don't want these guys who come from New Japan wrestling like WWE. I want them to do the things that, because then I get drawn to them. Because a lot of guys who did work WWE and they went other places and they were able to cut loose a little bit. I could think of a Jamie Noble story. I remember I think he got let go. He went to ROH and people were saying, "Yo, Jamie Nobles is really good," and I was blown away. I said, "You mean the guy who wore the shorts and he kept the country guy who wore the shorts and he was talking about living in a trailer and stuff like that. He's good. So I would hope not that WWE, if this is a thing and is actually going to happen, where they don't sit here and go like, hey man, you gotta work this style, because I want New Japan to bring the thing so I can know them more. You need layers into this stuff, man.
Well, I mean, that's partly the reason why that AAA partnership that they used to have didn't really work out that well.
Who? I'm sorry, which partnership?
Back in the late 90s, WWE had that relationship with AAA. Didn't really last.
I like this guy. He's great. Yeah, same page.
Yeah, the country guy that wore the shorts.
I like this guy. It's like I don't know. It's like I work with this guy or something like that.
Yeah,
I get him.
It's not like you host a show with him on Saturdays that follows Loki.
Oh my God, we do that. Can we have a commercial? Someone hype that up. We got a commercial.
I don't have a thumbnail for that. I got to make that thumbnail tonight. Actually, I can do that right now. Since
I have a thumb.
God. Where's the corn?
Kaden, you're starting to piss me off, kid. Don't let the executive consultant spaghetti get to you. I don't even think he makes spaghetti. Are you a pasta guy? Oh, you're right. You're muted.
While he makes that commercial, while he makes that thumbnail, we're going to take a commercial because I need a break from his corn. We'll be right back. Right when AEW starts back up.
Hey, did you hear him call?
It wasn't that Jericho was going to take that type of drop.
No, it wasn't that.
It's actual tables and
it was
steel.
It was the end dice before the fall. I'm sorry. It was before the fall. It was you better submit before I push him off. Push him off. What the fuck is that?
He was going to do it anyway.
Right.
He's a heel. He was going to do it anyway.
That's just
so you might as well just went up the cage and took your chances. At least if you got up there, you could whip his ass and maybe throw him down there too. So I mean, I'm not going to say they need actual writers, because sometimes these writers don't know shit. These writers are writing sitcoms and fucking dramas. Don't mean they always know what's best for that character of wrestling.
WWE does a lot of horrible writers with writers they have, including bringing in Freddie Prinze Jr., who's not a writer, he's an actor. But I see what he's saying though. And
so around the blocks, you can catch that every Monday at 6 o'clock.
Right around the block,
intelligent wrestling fan. Come back in the still corn. For the intelligent wrestling fan, watch him as he talks about with Zeta Silent, everything in wrestling. Every Monday, 6 o'clock p.m. You're watching Unpopular Review, AEW Watch Party 40 special Friday night, 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock episode of AEW Dynamite. And I just saw an End of Days.
Who?
End of Days.
I haven't seen that one. Where is it?
I just saw it right now. It was who's this? Evil Uno or Zero or some shit?
Evil
One
Uno.
of the masks is Evil Uno.
Not Evil Zuno.
Whatever.
Uno.
Evil Uno.
This is an entertaining match. I'm enjoying. So, like, I'm gonna quick thoughts on like the show overall. It's not the best show for AEW ever. Their go home shows usually have never been that.
Oh my goodness.
They don't want to injure guys. NXT does the same thing. It's a good show though. It's also a Friday night. They don't want to put something major on because you're already not going to pull a lot of viewers.
But I think, but see, the thing
500K.
is, wouldn't they want to put anything major so you can hype up Double or Nothing? Because like, I'm watching this and I don't hate the show. I mean, I would watch again. I mean, not no 10 to 12, but like, it's just.
Well, I was about to mention is like it's been like, in my opinion, I felt like it's been a very good job at setting up the Double or Nothing matches.
Okay.
I feel like that's really the point of the show. Is it's not the best matches ever. It's not the best promos ever.
I swear, I think that's David. Go ahead.
It's to get every single it is David, but it's to get everybody that's going to be in a match on Sunday in a segment. To get everybody out there to promote every single match. Like we just had Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page win a match on Dynamite, and they have a match on Sunday. Everything has made sense storyline-wise.
Look at this.
It makes sense.
This is Dynamite. Big Rod.
I agree with you, Kaden, to a certain extent. The only reason how come I'm going to disagree with you with their mentality is that you still would think that because it's their first real Dynamite they've had with a full crowd, that they should have did something a little bit more special.
I don't think it's 100%. I think it's near 100%. I don't think it's a full. I think Sunday is their first 100%. I think this is like 90.
Even if it's not 100, look at the crowd.
Yeah.
That's the closest you have seen it being a real wrestling event with a crowd in a long time, outside of WrestleMania, in a long time. I still think they should have did something big for it. I understand the mechanics of what you're saying, and I agree with that any other day. But this particular one, I would have went full throttle.
I agree to that.
But they still put enough people out there to make it feel special for people who are there.
Everybody's. That's why the only thing I'll say is why they didn't need to do that is everybody's been out there. Like Sting and Darby have been out twice so far in the show. Kenny's been out there. Orange Cassidy's been out there. Pac's been out there.
Big Show.
Cody, Go-Go. Everybody except Moxley and Kingston have been out there. And the Bucks. The Bucks haven't been out there either. But I mean, everybody else has been out there.
I think the Bucks haven't been out yet. This
crowd, everybody there tonight is going to be there on Sunday, so they don't care.
So
right?
They're not going to go home.
They're staying there that whole weekend. It's a week. It's
they're just going to stay there, like
it's outside. It's their WrestleMania weekend.
Oh.
Vic's asking, is it full capacity? I think it's close or at full. I don't think it's at full just because I think they want Sunday to be the first 100% capacity. I think it's maybe not selling 1 or 2 tickets, which takes it down from 100 to 99.
After a go-go.
Now, Sting and Darby versus Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page. I originally said Darby and Sting were winning. I'm changing it. I think Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page are winning that match.
Sting is going to hit Scorpio Sky with a Scorpion Death Drop. Scorpion Sky is going to turn to dust, and then they're just going to pin him 1, 2, 3. You kidding me? Scorpion. Yes, Sting is going to just win.
I don't think they're winning. I think that Sting and Darby will win their next match. I think Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page will win the first one.
We have a question by this guy named Victor. I don't know.
I answered that already.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry, Dirt Sheets. I didn't mean to bother you. I didn't mean to step on your white Nikes.
Looks like we're gonna have a commercial, and then we'll go to the Inner Circle celebration. Stadium Stampede 2 should be a good one. Hopefully,
I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to celebrate. I ran out of tequila. I'm very sad, but no one cares.
I'm interested to see one where they place the Stadium Stampede. And 2, if it's how different it's going to be. It's got to be very different from last year's.
I love Eric Bischoff. I know he get a lot of flack, but I love me some Eric Bischoff, man. This guy is great.
Next week it's back on that same time as right now, but we will be doing that one on Saturday morning instead, since I can actually do a Saturday morning show.
Hey, see, I'm full of catchphrases. I don't care what anyone says. I'm full of catchphrases. Look at shout out to the white shoes. I agree. Shout out to the white shoes. Oh God, I don't have enough tequila in my system.
Bischoff, I'm back.
And better than ever, I'm back. Oh, that was such a great theme, man.
It's an awesome theme. It's so underrated.
It really is.
So
I play that every time, I thought I was going to get fired, and I showed up at work anyway.
We're going to do a show about themes one day, because there's a lot.
I would love to. I honestly would love to.
One of the most, I love Lance Archer's theme. Lance Archer's theme, jam out to it as much as I can. Fantastic theme.
I'll say this. The one time I heard his theme, I don't know it by heart, but I remember he came to the ring and he had Sonny Kiss, and then he just threw Sonny Kiss in the ring. And I thought that was the greatest thing I've ever seen, because it was just hilarious. You just see him run into the ring. He threw Sonny Kiss into, what's his name? Something, he manages I forget who he managed.
Jake?
Whatever.
Jake
he had a match earlier tonight, and I just can't think of his name. I'm so sorry, I'm blanking. He had a match with Hangman Page tonight.
Oh, Joey Janela.
Yes, Joey Janela. I just thought it was hilarious that he just threw. I love irritating Chris. I just feel like I'm the best person to do it. I feel like no one irritates Chris better than me except David. Because then he sits here and says, "Hey, look, see how David ruins everything?" like David is on like Home Improvement or something.
We got a commercial. It's the last commercial break of the night, I would assume. Why don't we run
He is
through
a Hall
this
of Famer.
Double or Nothing card, and we'll all give quick predictions. We did our full ones. If you want more in-depth thoughts, go check that out. It's on our YouTube. Did that on Wednesday night. Let's go through it. AEW World Championship, Kenny versus Orange Cassidy versus Pac. EC, who do you have?
Kenny Omega.
Badguy Jack?
I would mark him. Kenny Omega.
Kenny Omega, yeah. Shida versus Britt Baker. I got Britt.
Britt got to take it, though. Honestly, I think Britt needs to win. Anything else would be an injustice.
Britt Baker.
Yeah, let's go on to the next one. Cody Rhodes versus Anthony Ogogo. I got a go-go.
Cody. Fucking Cody wins. He beats this bitch to the ground and just pins him as he turned to dust. Cody's winning this.
A go-go.
Got a go-go with me. I'm surprised you actually picked a go-go there. I thought you would pick Cody. Hangman versus... oh, whoa. Hangman versus Brian Cage. I got Hangman on a page here.
Hangman.
Page.
Page versus Cage. It will lead to Page versus Cage in a steel cage. That's my official prediction. It'll lead to a rumor match.
Oh, but I'm the corny one, right? Like, come on. That was ingenious.
Cage versus Page in a steel cage. Special guest referee
Diamond
is
Dallas Page. I beat you.
With
I won.
Ethan Page as the special enforcer.
Yuck.
Casino Battle Royale. I'm picking Christian Cage. I got Christian Casino Battle Royale. Christian. EC, who you got?
Whoever's the mystery person is going to win.
Who do you think's mystery person? Any guesses?
I have no idea.
That guy Jack, who do you got?
James Bond! No, I think Christian Cage actually wins this, but it'd be funny if James Bond come out. Yeah, dead. Like if James Bond come out, I would lose my shit, bro.
I'm trying to go fast with this before the segment begins. Miro versus Lance
I'm sorry
Archer.
I'm bothering
Miro.
you.
I got Miro.
Miro.
Inner Circle versus Pinnacle. I got Pinnacle.
Inner Circle. I'm sorry, I said Inner Circle.
I said Pinnacle.
Sting and Darby versus Ethan Page, Scorpio Sky. Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky for me.
Sting and Darby.
Sting and Darby.
Bucks versus John Moxley and Eddie Kingston. I got Moxley and Eddie Kingston.
The Young Fucks.
I'm going to go with Kingston and what's his face? Ambrose.
All right. Well, we got perfect timing because Jericho has made his entrance with Judas. Ooh, hopefully I get to sing that on Sunday. I believe I will. They usually play the intro as they come into the stadium.
Record that you doing that.
Oh, I will. I record every time I sing Judas.
Oh, dope.
My favorite
It's actually a really dope song. It's really a dope song. I have that on my phone, personally.
It's one of my favorite moments about any wrestling show, singing Judas. It's awesome when everybody's singing that. It's so fun.
No, it is so cool because they have it where now when they cut it off to a certain point.
I fight. What have I become now that I've betrayed everyone I've ever loved? I pushed them all away, and I have been a slave to the Judas in my mind. Is there?
Okay, we're trying not to lose viewers, so I'm going to mute Kaden right now because I don't know why he's singing.
I'm becoming.
Turn his headphones off. There,
Judas
Let me know when you're done.
in my mind.
Chris, don't be rude. Nah, right. It's Oh boy.
All right, I'm back.
Me too. Wait, where do we go?
This just tells me that Inner Circle is done after Sunday.
No, this tells me too. Yeah. Same with the Shida thing.
Yep, that's their way of giving them respect for what they've done.
Yeah. It's the first homegrown stable in AEW.
It is.
Fantastic. Virgil.
Oh, don't do that.
Virgil. Man, Tyson, bro.
The Blood Oranges. Oh, yeah, that was a good summer feud. Sammy's return as Serpentico. Stadium Stampede 1. Man, you gotta show Sammy getting hit with the golf cart. Come on. Probably one of the most iconic moments in AEW history, Sammy getting hit with the golf cart.
It's like a violent game of Mario Kart.
It'd be an ultimate swerve if Inner Circle did actually win. Because I think this sets them up to lose. But it'd be awesome if they did. Wouldn't have an issue with it. Wouldn't love it, but I would have an issue.
Well, if they won?
Yeah. Jericho with the red bottoms.
Red bottoms.
Yeah, the other thing that I think why Jericho's leaving is Jericho's about to start touring with Fozzy again. So,
Yeah, I've been hearing about that
gone.
lately myself, about him going back on tour. Or doing something with Fozzy.
Santana's back.
He is, after being in jail for putting a fork in someone's eye. Someone pointed that out, like, he put a fork in someone's eye, but meanwhile, MJF almost killed somebody by pushing him off the stage. Like, I love wrestling now. I love wrestling where they sit here and try to make these rules, and yeah.
I'm letting Santana get some time on the mic. Good promo from Santana. Underrated on the mic. He's pretty good. He's got a lot of passion. Mention the last dance says if this is the last dance, last time, he wouldn't want it any other way. Ortiz takes the mic. We'll hear what he has to say next. Ortiz looking like dating limelight. Says it was beautiful. Now we got Jake Hager. He's coming up to talk as well. Says he's a fan of Journey, not Destination.
Huh.
He says he wants to show the hard times, not the easy ones. This is a farewell from the Inner Circle, without a doubt. Feels like it. Getting their respect. You know, we got Sammy. Sammy's reference to the panda head. And we just reached the 2-hour mark on the stream. We got a long stream. Jericho's gonna come on now. See what he has to say.
Yeah, and this eulogy for the Inner Circle.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, it's starting to come off like it. This could be just the last call.
The last hoorah. And the guy right there has got a replica AEW title belt and the old TNT title belt.
Mm.
He tells them they love him.
Oh shit!
They hug. All right, so something happens, but they do the flip off to the camera, their signature thing.
Oh,
MJF on
yo,
the screen.
yo, yo! That was hilarious.
I feel like you're an evil person.
Huh?
I feel like you're an evil person.
Oh!
Oh God!
The man of 1,000 holds is now held up.
Yes, he was.
Running
wow.
to the field to go get Dean Malenko. Oh! And they're getting rushed by the Pinnacle.
Yo, Jericho is just so good. He always makes random noises. Oh God, nah.
All right, so Ortiz is going through this table. Oh, there's a double table, so they're both going through. They're all pairing off in their little pairs. FTR and LAX, MJF Jericho, Hager and Wardlow, Spears and Guevara. Oh! Looking for a double pile driver through the table.
More than double.
Oh, it's like they're all locked into pile drivers. Pile drivers through the tables, onto the chair by Spears and everybody else. Oh. One of the tables didn't break.
They
Correct.
didn't.
It did not.
It collapsed.
Like the Knicks.
Oh,
I found it funny. I don't care.
You would.
I'm kind of hilarious.
Glad you used the word kind of to just take away from being hilarious.
Similar to the ending of the last.
Wood shot on your forehead.
Reminiscent of the last ending to a Double or Nothing Go Home show when the Inner Circle stood tall with the middle fingers with the Inner Circle logo behind them on the Stadium Titantron. They're back to that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely, Dirt Sheets.
All right. Well, that was an interesting episode of AEW Dynamite.
It was.
Yeah, maybe the point of the Go Home show, in my opinion, is to sell me on the card. Sold me on the card. I'm excited for the show. Excited to be there. Was not the best AEW. The last few weeks I thought were really strong. And it was definitely on the weaker side since it just didn't have that caliber of match. Didn't have the caliber of promo that it usually has, but it makes sense for why they didn't have that this week. I had fun watching it. Got me excited.
I'm glad you had fun.
You dick.
And don't forget it.
He's not Robin.
All right. Well, you guys got any other thoughts?
Come on. How do you not get the? Oh my God, he's.
I get the joke. I'm tired.
He's
it's
pissing
midnight
me off.
now, Eastern time. All right, y'all got anything else to say before we end the show?
I had fun. I was glad to be here, and I'm upset that I ran out of tequila. But this was a fun show.
Yeah, I'm just gonna plug the next few shows we got coming up this.
And look at my 2 pounds of muscle.
Say?
Boom. He's talking to you, Christopher.
Just go ahead and go.
Yeah, so make sure you guys tune in tomorrow morning. The SmackDown review show. I believe that's executive consultant and Big Daddy Cool, right?
The coolest of the daddies.
That'll be tomorrow morning. And then we're also going to be doing a Dark Side of the Ring tomorrow. It is not over Collision in Korea. It is over Becoming. The title episode. The title of the episode is Becoming Warrior. That'll be what is going to be over. And then also tomorrow will be A Quiet Place Part 2 and Avengers Infinity War on UPRE. So we got 2 UPRE shows tomorrow. We also have 2 wrestling shows tomorrow, Dark Side of the Ring and SmackDown. Make sure you guys tune into that. And then 1 more UPRE show to round up the weekend, No Country for Old Men on Sunday. So we got 5 shows coming up this weekend, and that's not even including the content we're going to have from Double or Nothing. So make sure you guys hit that notification bell on YouTube. That way when any of those things come out, you know immediately. If we start live streaming, you're going to know. If we set the StreamYard to have the room created, you guys know immediately when that show is going to be hitting. That way you guys can prepare and come in on time and enjoy these streams with us, being interactive in the comments where we're going to read all your guys' comments. One more comment tonight. That's the most excellent song in the history of the business. Jericho in the Inner Circle, talking about Judas being the best song. It's one of the better songs right now. But that is it for AEW Dynamite, the Double or Nothing Go Home show on May 28th, 2021. I've been the Dirt Sheet Kaden. He's been Badguy Jack. We're also joined by the executive consultant. Thank you guys for joining us. Goodbye.
The Chris's of Chris.